Good morning. Today is April 14th, 2014. We're here for the red light camera administrative hearing docket. If any of you all have any electronic devices that are on, I would appreciate it if you would silence them. Thank you. And anyone here that's going to be giving testimony today, I need you all to stand and raise your right hand. I need to swear you in. If you're giving any testimony that you'll be coming up here in regards to your red light. Okay, do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in today's proceedings shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. Thank you. Today, Mark Purdy will be presiding over as our hearing officer, and I will turn this now over to him. Thank you.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark Purdy. We are here this morning for an administrative hearing. I am the red light camera administrative hearing officer. I'm going to take just a minute or two to explain to you the procedure and the process and the basic ground rules and what your options are here today and basically how this process works. Several years ago, a couple years ago, the Florida legislature, as you all are aware, passed a law allowing cameras at intersections to prosecute or proceed against red light violations. Okay? When you go through those intersections, you're being videotaped. Those videotapes are reviewed by what's called a public safety aide who's especially trained to review those tapes. If the public safety aide believes that the vehicle entered the intersection on a red light, the public safety aide does a couple things. The videotape is then maintained. A photograph is taken of the vehicle within the intersection, and a still photograph is taken of the vehicle prior to entering the intersection. The notice of violation is then sent out. And you are here today presumably because you have received a notice of that violation. Okay. The thing that I primarily do as the hearing officer is when your case is called, you'll step forward and I will be shown what we just talked about, a videotape of the vehicle proceeding through the intersection, as well as a still photograph of the vehicle in the intersection and a still photograph of the vehicle prior to entering the intersection. Essentially, I'm sitting in an appellate capacity to determine whether or not the public safety aide made the right decision when it was decided that the vehicle entered the intersection. All right, that's the primary thing that I do this morning. When you received your notice of violation, it leads to something else that we do this morning. You were notified that you had certain defenses that you could assert by sending in an affidavit. And I'm going to review these defenses with you briefly. And the first defense is that you could have filed an affidavit saying that you passed through the intersection to yield the right-of-way to an emergency vehicle or as part of a funeral procession. The second defense is that you were directed to pass through the intersection by a law enforcement officer. The third defense is that the motor vehicle at the time of the violation was in the care, custody, and control of another person. The fourth defense is a law enforcement officer issued you a uniform traffic citation as the driver of this vehicle at the time of the infraction. And the final affirmative defense is that the owner of the vehicle was deceased on or before the date of the uniform traffic citation being written. You were also instructed that an affidavit had to be completed and submitted with the specified information requested within 60 days after the issuance of the citation. If you did not complete that affidavit within 60 days, but you're here today, you're still allowed to present those defenses. Okay. Please note that it's important to understand what those defenses are. I don't have the authority to waive the imposition of the fine. This is not a court of law. It's an administrative proceeding. Excuse me. So in the event that the ruling is that the citation is upheld, you will be assessed the original amount of $158 plus administrative cost of $75 for a total of $233. Now, a lot of people, once they hear this presentation, want to go ahead and resolve their case without a hearing. Also, if you're here today to request an extension of time, I'm going to grant an automatic 30-day extension to pay the fine if anyone is requesting that. So, having heard this presentation, if you want to go ahead and pay the total of $233 or get a automatic 30-day extension, I'm going to ask you at this time to step over and talk to the people seated at the table. Okay. Anyone want to do that? Okay. All right, ma'am. Okay, just step right over and tell the lady what you want to do. Okay, good. Okay, are we ready?
Sure thing.
Good.
Okay.
All right. Pamela Sue Francois.
Traffic Infraction Enforcement Officer, Noelle Arena for the City of Fort Lauderdale. You can come up, ma'am. This violation took place back on September 13, 2013 at 1:58 p.m. at the intersection of eastbound West Sunrise Boulevard and Northwest 15th Avenue. This picture shows the vehicle approaching the intersection. It's going to be a 2001.
Okay, can we identify the vehicle again?
It's the four-door green Volvo in lane 2. Volkswagen.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Volkswagen in lane 2.
All right.
Is that it?
You see the van to the front and left of the van.
The SUV in lane 2. It's the
Okay,
Yeah.
I still don't.
not a
They
Volkswagen.
normally show me a picture of the tag first.
The
so-
tag.
Okay.
Would you like to do the tag first? Well,
Okay. All right.
you want to do the tag?
Okay. There's okay.
013 WPP.
All right.
Gotcha. It's going to be that vehicle right there.
All right.
Frame B shows the vehicle in the intersection. And then the video shows
Okay.
the violation.
The video. Okay.
Everything was verified through David.
Okay. All right. One other thing that everyone should understand is by law these proceedings are recorded, so I'm going to ask everyone to speak directly into the microphone. Okay?
Yep.
Ma'am, I have looked at the photographs and I've reviewed the videotape, so tell me what you'd like me to know.
I was not operating the vehicle at the time and went through that intersection.
Okay. Who was operating the vehicle?
That was Jacob Francois, my husband, and I have submitted an affidavit to that fact. You can't hear me?
Okay, you have the affidavit now?
Yes.
Did you send the affidavit in within 60 days?
It may not have been within 60 days, but
It was not timely.
I was not aware that there was an infraction until I went to get re-register my vehicle, and I was not able to get my sticker, so.
Okay. Do you have an affidavit you want to show me?
Should just bring it up to you. Your Honor,
Yes.
Pamela had sent a letter stating that they were going to be out of the country when they first got the notice of violation. So she did write a handed letter saying she was going to be out of the country. So she was aware of the infraction. And she said that her husband was driving, but they did not submit an affidavit at the time. They asked for a rescheduled date. and they said they were going to be here after November, the end of November. They reissued a schedule for December 16th, and then they did not show again. This is their third time up. So she was aware of the violation because she did write a letter stating that she was not going to be here.
Okay.
And then they rescheduled it. They didn't show, and then she has another one, which is today. And then that's when they submitted the affidavit, which is now too late.
All right.
Would you like to see it?
Yeah, let me see your affidavit. Jacob Francois, another driver's license number of this person. Okay. All right, so it's basically your position the affidavit's untimely?
No, it was not. It was sent, it was on 4/2, and the ticket was for December 2nd.
Okay.
So it's 4 months late, and she did know about it because she sent a letter.
Ma'am, you have to speak into the microphone.
My husband asked me to write a letter. He was leaving town. I was not. I did not drive the car at the time of this infraction. He said, can you write a letter saying I'm not in the country? I'll take care of it. So I did that.
Okay.
After that, I was not aware that that was not taken care of. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. I was not operating the vehicle. My car should not be penalized. I shouldn't be unable to re-register my vehicle because someone else was driving my car.
Okay. You want to add anything?
I really didn't hear the whole thing. I started questions out of the country.
Okay. Well, she's presented an affidavit now.
It's just 4 months too late.
Okay. Okay. All right, ma'am. I'm going to overrule the citation. The citation is dismissed.
Okay. Thank you. And what do I receive a paper in writing here today saying that, or what do I receive?
Okay. You've done all you can do.
Okay.
The citation is overruled. There is no citation.
Okay.
Okay.
But what I would like to say is there is some sort of administrative hold on my vehicle registration that disallows me from registering my vehicle.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yeah, you need to check. Okay. Bradley Philip Kane.